talking about my favorite day in the world. No, it's not Easter. No, it's not my birthday, although those things are also coming up. No, it is Free Comic Book Day.
What? What? What is that?
Don't you worry, I will tell you what Free Comic Book Day is. Free Comic Book Day, aside from being the greatest day of the year, is a day very much like Ben & Jerry's Free Cone Day or IHOP's Free Pancake Day. Free Comic Book Day is a day when you can go to participating comic book shops who will then give you free comics! Oh! No, not every comic in the store is free. That would be amazing though. I will explain a little bit more. You go to your local comic book store. You can go to freecomicbookday.com and see if they are participating in the day. And if they are, they will be listed. And you can go and basically they will have specialty comics. I like to think of them as kind of collectors because you can't really buy them anywhere else. You get them on Free Comic Book Day or you just miss it. But they have special comics, I will show you an example, that have Free Comic Book Day written on them and the year. And you can get a whole bunch of them. They have a whole different collection of them every year that you can get and just read them and enjoy. This was from last year. Free Comic Book Day. Free Comic Book Day is the first Saturday in May every year. This year it's May 3rd, and coincidentally May 2nd is when The Amazing Spider-Man 2 comes out in theaters. Yes! So that means it's gonna be a pretty amazing weekend because it's gonna be all about the comic books. I know that on Saturday I will definitely be going to Free Comic Book Day and then going to see The Amazing Spider-Man 2 because I love Spider-Man and I love me some comics. So, when you go to Free Comic Book Day, every shop is different. It really depends on where you are, what they like to do. Again, not every comic book store participates in this, although they should, but not everyone does. And the reason I think is because they actually have to pay to get these comics sent to them and be a part of it. And if they're a comic book store that they know they don't get that much traffic, it might not be worth it. Although I think if you do enough promotion, people like free stuff, why wouldn't they be coming in lines and droves to get into your comic book store, you know? I don't know. But I will tell you guys a little bit about my experiences in Free Comic Book Day, and, you know, who knows, maybe when it comes around I'll do a haul or something and just show you what I've got from that day. What I love about Free Comic Book Day, there's so many reasons I love Free Comic Book Day, aside from the fact that I love free things and I love comics. I think it's a great chance for you to go out and find different titles that you have not read before, and maybe that will inspire you to go pick them up later on in the future. And another thing that I really love about it is that it promotes reading. There's people out there who don't like to read, but maybe they like to watch cartoons, and you can kind of combine your love of cartoons in comic books, and that might inspire you to read more. So I think it's a great opportunity for the promotion of reading and just to find new and interesting things to read. So let me show you last year some of the cool things that were in here. Just to give you an example, there's some, you know, just different comics from various companies, Marvel, DC, Image, Dynamite. There's also some cool ones that you might recognize shows from. We have a Walking Dead comic here. There is a SpongeBob one. You know, so these I think are great for all ages. You can read them with your kids, or if you're just a SpongeBob fan, you can just read it yourself. We have some Superman here. Kaboom! Summer Blast. Buck Rogers. Last year, I know Free Comic Book Day was also on May 4th, which is Star Wars Day. So there's a Star Wars comic book that also was an Avatar Nickelodeon comic book. Avatar: The Last Airbender. So if you look really closely on these comics, you can see they all have Free Comic Book Day on the top. Some of them actually are printed with what comic book store they're from. Every time I go to Free Comic Book Day, it's different every year. I've been going since 2008, which is kind of a long time. That's going to be like 7 years this year. And my first experience going to Free Comic Book Day was so different from all the other experiences I had, and you know, just every year is different, and also every comic book shop is different, so keep that in mind. The first time I ever went to Free Comic Book Day, back in 2008, I did not know what to expect, and surprisingly, the comic book store that we went to was actually closing down, which is really sad, but they were giving away all these comic books for free. It was crazy. They had like boxes and boxes outside. They were like, just take them all. And so we did. And that's actually how I got a lot of my collection. I had been collecting but way before then, like since I was really little. But I got so many comics from that, it was ridiculous. I literally took home like bags and bags of comics. Me and my dad go every year. So after that, we kind of started figuring out exactly what we should be doing, what works, what doesn't work. So we go to a few comic book stores around our area. One comic book store that we go to, you literally have to get in line. You have to go to the cash register. They have all the comics behind the cash register, and they will only let you pick one or two of them. And sometimes maybe they'll have like a little plushy toy or a little figure that goes along with it that you can get also for free. So those are not my favorite just because I want to be able to look at the comics and see what the options are, and usually by the time we get there, they've already like crossed off things that they don't have anymore. There is another comic book store that we go to, and they will let you take 3 comics. The thing that's weird that they do is that they usually end up having more comic books from last year's Free Comic Book Day there. So I don't know, maybe they don't get rid of them. I don't know. But so they let you choose from old Free Comic Book Day comics and new Free Comic Book Day comics, but they let you take around like 3 of each. I don't know. That's just what they do. I have 2 comic book stores that are my favorite to go to. One of them is kind of a hit or miss, and the other one is usually pretty on top of their stuff. The one comic book store that I go to is actually the comic book store that I mentioned that shut down. They've like opened up again and shut down in various places, so this is their most recent comeback. They have been around for maybe like 3 years now, I think, where they are right now. In the first 2 years that we went there, they just have all the free comic books out, and you can take whatever you want, as much as you want, just take whatever, blah, 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 blah. And it's great, and I love that. But last year, for some reason, they were not on top of their stuff. It was like 4 o'clock when they were finally like starting to set up their stuff, and they didn't really have anything. So I don't know if maybe that's a sign that they're like not doing well. But my favorite comic book shop, they let you take 5 big comics and 5 little comics, and usually they'll have maybe signings, or they'll have little toys that you can get, like little hero clicks or pins and things like that, and I like getting those things. And they also usually have a whole thing set up outside of 25-cent comic books, and they're usually like good ones. I got a whole bunch of Spider-Man ones last year. My brother got Beavis and Butthead ones, and they were all like 25 cents, and I think that's a pretty good deal. So another good thing about Free Comic Book Day is, yes, you are getting free comics, but because you're standing there and looking around, maybe you'll see other things you'll like. I think it's a great deal when they have things like 25-cent comic books for sale, because it makes you more inclined to look around and buy things. When there's discounts in the store and things are free in the store, you kind of just want to go crazy, and you're like, oh, I'm getting all these comics for free? I'll spend $5 on a whole bunch of 25-cent comics? Why not? So that is why I love Free Comic Book Day. I hope this was helpful for you guys. If anyone else likes Free Comic Book Day or didn't really know what it was about and wanted to learn more about it, I'm hoping that when Free Comic Book Day comes around this year, it's only a few weeks away right now, that I will maybe be able to vlog about it or show you guys what I got and tell you more about my experience this year that's coming up. And if you guys are interested in it, I don't know if you are, but I have a lot of comic books. I could do a comic book collection video. Like I said before, I'm a big comic book collector. I think I've even said it in other videos. But if you guys ever want to see a comic book collection video, how I keep my comics organized, or just want to know more about how I got into comic books, I can totally make a video about it if you're interested in it. Alright, that's really it. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope it's helpful for when you guys go to Free Comic Book Day this year. Again, first Saturday in May, don't miss it. Why would you miss anything that's free? I don't know. It's an amazing day. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Please feel free to leave a comment below and let me know if you've ever been to Free Comic Book Day, what your favorite book has been that you've gotten from it, and anything else that you want to let me know about comic books. Do you have a favorite book that you're reading now that you think I'll like? Leave a comment. I want to know. I will leave my social media links in the description box below, and I will also leave the link to the Free Comic Book Day website in case you want to see the comics that are going to be out this year, what you can expect. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos from me. Alright, see ya!